Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Dunbar Snack Bar. It is time for some more MLB the Show 23 and our Road to the Show series with Tex Ransom. The criticism is still playing a role here in the story of Tex Ransom. Still doesn't feel like he said anything wrong at that press conference. And in the last game, he did use that criticism to try and motivate him. It seemed to work out pretty well. But Tex does need to increase his mental fortitude because he is starting to wonder, is the criticism ever going to go away? We are at week 2 of AA ball, so there's still a lot of the season ahead, a lot of interactions with the media. And as he's coming into this game, he's thinking every single great ball player has had to face criticism throughout their entire career, even in their prime. So Tex, thinking he's the greatest ever to play the game, figures criticism is probably going to be normal. He's going to have to try to find a way to get used to it. Now, we've got a 1-0 count for Tex here. He's heading over to second. I am going to be courteous. I'm going to lay off that pitch, which was a ball, but he is safe at second. Now, you can see Barossa here does have some speed. I think that was 84 is what he had on speed. I mean, stealing wasn't that great, but his speed is solid. And that's something that Tex is actually pretty happy to see. The level of aggressiveness that he has does not seem to be matched by a lot of members of his team. So as Barossa stole second, and obviously putting him in a position to score if Tex can put the ball into play, or at least get a decent hit is the better way to put it. Tex is happy. This is the type of stuff Tex does, and seeing somebody else on the team take that same initiative is huge. 3-1 count. That was a tough one to lay off on. I mean, the 3-0 count, you guys know I usually try and lay off of those pitches to try and set up a walk. But, yeah, that was a mistake to lay off of it. At least for me, though, able to get this hit into right field off of that fastball. Barossa is going to round third and come home. So we've got the first run of the game knocked in by Tex Ransom. Now, Tex is going to be in a position where he's going to try to mirror what Barossa did and try and steal second. But this is where that type of aggressiveness really shows off, really helps out the team. So that was a genuine bit of joy from Tex to see that all kind of play out. Pickoff attempt, obviously, at first. This is happening a lot more. So we've seen that the number of stolen base attempts has really decreased over the last few games because of all of this. You got quicker deliveries. I mean, you saw the attempts to get him out at first. You've got some pitchers who do have some good velocity too, so that makes it a little bit difficult. But here I go, heading for second, and that was the wrong pitch to go on. Tex caught in a pickle, and as he's walking back to the dugout, he just figures that's going to be one more thing that people are going to criticize him for. Barossa being aggressive on the base pass, it ends up working out, and he's just feeling that other people are going to think he's too aggressive. With the number of stolen bases that he has and the amount of runs that that's probably produced, I don't know. You're going to have some mistakes every once in a while. Another one that goes into right field. We're going to have another RBI for Tex. Barossa's going to be on second, so he's not going to be able to steal, but 2 at-bats, 2 RBIs for Tex Ransom. That type of efficiency, yep. That's some solid performance here today. The timing of his swing is going to be something that he's going to have to work on. You can see he's been quite a bit late on some of those pitches. So I've been going out to right field. High fly ball. We do have 2 outs, but that is going to be caught in center field. At least we are up 2-0. Tex getting things done, I think, offensively overall. That has been his strong suit. Defense is an area we are going to have to work on. Whether it's through the training that occurs in between some of these series on his days off or what. But this is an area that might limit him from moving up to AAA. You take a look at some of the different areas that you can kind of focus on as a shortstop. The expectation is you're going to be pretty solid on defense and then also have some good contact hitting, but I've decided to go with contact and speed. So that offensive focus that Tex has, as I mentioned, could limit him from moving up. We'll have to wait and see. Well, I popped that fastball back here. It's a 1-1 count. You can see we are up now 5-3, so a lot's happened without the involvement of Tex Ransom. We are in the bottom of the 5th, watching that one. High and outside for strike 2. Some point, Tex will be swinging at those and maybe even hitting some home runs as well. I know I said I've been focusing on contact and speed, but every once in a while, there's got to be one that flies over flies over the wall there. Runner on first here. Tex in between second and third. Here's a double play opportunity. I don't think we're going to get that. We don't. Tried to rush it. Luckily, doesn't turn into an error or anything. We are increasing our lead now. We're up by 4. The score is 7-3 in the bottom of the 6th. We got somebody else here on second. Doesn't have the best speed, sitting at 59. Still could bring him home, though. Gosh, how did that one get called a ball? It really has been interesting to see how some of the umpires, when you go through and you have that setting on there that gives them a little bit of uniqueness in how they look at the strike zone and what they're going to call. Oh, right back at the pitcher with a solid bit of contact there. That crack of the bat was awesome, too. It's really awesome that even, as much as I played this game, as much as I enjoy baseball, that just a crack of a bat can cause so much joy. Even if it's like artificial, like in this game. Well, we're going to have a new pitcher here for the rest of this one. Well, we might see another reliever coming at some point. But I'm going to have to proceed pretty carefully because I haven't seen what his delivery is like. He's going with the quick one right here, but I'm still safe. It's going to be really nice once we get up to 99 and, potentially even higher here when it comes with the speed to where I just don't care how they're pitching the ball, what pitch they're going with, all that stuff. It is a guaranteed stolen base. That is probably what is going to get Tex Ransom in the record books. Oh, gets out of the way of that one. That will go ahead and end the 6th inning. And here we are in the bottom of the 8th, still 8-3, 3 for 4 today. This will probably be his last at bat unless we just have a phenomenal 8th inning, because we won't need to have a bottom of the 9th. I'm going to try to see if I can go with a bunt here. That's another thing that I'd like to have Tex kind of have built up a little bit. You can't execute the suicide squeeze in Road to the Show in the same way that you can in like franchise and stuff. But I still want to be in a position where I could do it. Just with the 0-2 count, not going to be able to get that. Luckily, this fastball is in the strike zone. I don't make great contact with it, obviously, but it's not a strikeout. So I will go ahead and take that, not be too embarrassed. Still an overall successful game here for Tex Ransom as Amarillo ends up getting the win. Thanks for watching, you guys. There's obviously going to be a lot more coming on. The next episode will probably be a little bit more just out-of-character commentary for me, so make sure you guys watch that. Anyway, thanks again for stopping by. Hope you guys have a good one.